Today we are diving into How to Own Your Own Mind by Napoleon Hill, a book that is Change the Millions of Lives. Discover the 3 principles that allow you to completely own your mind based on the classic philosophy of Napoleon Hill. This isn't about hustle culture, it's about the foundational control that every success story is built upon. Learn how to apply the triple filter, the great ally, and the supreme court of your mind to make better decisions, build unshakable focus, and achieve your goals. What if I told you that right now you are living in a rented house? Not a physical one, the house of your own thoughts. And the landlord is everyone else, your past, your doubts, the opinions of others. What if, in the next 15 minutes, you could learn the 3-step process to evict that landlord and finally, completely own your own mind? This isn't a metaphor. This is the core of a powerful, often overlooked book by Napoleon Hill, the man who spent a lifetime studying the world's most successful people. The book is called How to Own Your Own Mind. And while many talk about thinking positive, Hill goes deeper. He gives us the legal documents, the mental architecture for true sovereignty over your consciousness. Think about the last big decision you hesitated on, the dream you talked yourself out of, the opinion from a critic that stuck in your head for days. That's your mind on lease. Today, we're changing the terms of the agreement. We're going to break down Hill's philosophy into 3 actionable chapters. By the end, you'll have a simple but profound blueprint to filter out mental noise, ally with your greatest power, and make decisions with unshakable clarity. Let's begin. Chapter 1. That is the triple filter guarding the gate. Your mind is like a prestigious private club. Right now, the bouncer might be asleep, letting in every random thought, fear, and piece of gossip that shows up. The result? Chaos on the dance floor, anxiety at the bar. The first step to ownership is to hire a world-class bouncer. Hill calls this the triple filter. Imagine every thought, every piece of information that comes to you must pass through 3 gates before it gets a permanent membership in your mind. Filter 1. Is it true? Not does it feel true? Or did someone convincing say it? Is it objectively, verifiably true? So much of what occupies our mental space is speculation, worry about futures that never happen, or recycled opinions from social media. Before you let a thought in, ask for its credentials. If it's not clearly true, it doesn't get past the velvet rope. Filter 2. Is it helpful? Truth alone isn't enough. The truth can be a weapon. You failed before. That might be true, but is it helpful to dwell on it right now? Or is the more helpful thought, I have experience to draw from? Filter for constructive purpose. Does this thought build me up, guide me, or solve a problem? If it only tears down, it's just mental vandalism. Deny it entry. Filter 3. Is it necessary? This is the final, most exclusive filter. Many things can be true and helpful, but are they necessary for you, for your mission right now? You can know all the details of a celebrity scandal or the latest political drama. It might be true, it might even be helpful in some abstract sense, but is it necessary for your peace, your work, your family? If not, it's clutter. Refuse it. Let me give you a real story. A young entrepreneur, let's call him David, was launching his first app. The launch day came. A major tech blog wrote a brutal review. Clunky, derivative, likely to fail. That was filter 1. It was true that the review existed. David felt crushed. But then he applied the filters. Was the content of the review entirely true? Some was opinion. Was it helpful? The core critique about the user interface? Yes, painfully so. Was it necessary to focus on the likely to fail part? No, that was an opinion, not a necessity. David let in only the necessary helpful truth. The onboarding needs simplification. He filtered out the poison of "you will fail." He spent 72 hours fixing just that. A month later, a user tweeted how easy the app now was to use, tagging that same tech blog. The narrative began to change. David owned his mind by filtering the avalanche into a single, actionable stream. Your assignment this week: before you spiral on a thought, before you digest a news headline, run it through the triple filter. True, helpful, necessary. You will be shocked at how much mental rent you stop paying to uninvited guests. Chapter 2. That is the great ally, the subconscious mind. Once you're guarding the gate, you discover a magnificent resource already living inside your mental house, but most of us treat it like a haunted basement. This is your subconscious mind. And Hill teaches us that this isn't a scary place, it's your great ally. Think of your conscious mind as the captain on the bridge of a ship, giving orders, looking at the map. Your subconscious is the entire crew below deck, the engine room, the navigation systems. It carries out the captain's orders automatically. But here's the problem. If the captain is indecisive, fearful, and constantly changing course, what is the crew below deck doing? They're confused, working at cross purposes. That's anxiety, that's self-sabotage. Owning your mind means becoming a decisive captain who gives clear, repeatable orders to the crew. How? Through what Hill calls definiteness of purpose and auto-suggestion. This isn't chanting affirmations you don't believe, it's the systematic programming of your ally. First, get crystal clear on one single, meaningful goal, not 10. 1. The crew can't sail to 5 ports at once. Write it down. I will generate X income by date. I will complete this project to this standard. Make it precise. Second, launch a daily campaign of auto-suggestion. Not just reading your goal, but feeling it. In quiet moments, right before sleep, right upon waking, close your eyes and visualize the outcome not as a wish, but as a fact already achieved. See the finished project, feel the handshake of the deal, hear the congratulations. Do this with emotion, with faith. You are not begging, you are giving a clear, emotional blueprint to your crew, your subconscious ally. Consider the story of Sarah, a novelist with chronic writer's block. Her conscious mind was filled with fear. What if it's bad? What if no one buys it? Her ally below deck was paralyzed. She applied the principle. Her definite purpose: I will write a complete, compelling first draft of Chapter 5 by Friday. Every night, she didn't just think it. She felt the relief of typing the end on that chapter. She imagined the feeling of satisfaction. She woke up and did a 3-minute visualization of words flowing easily. By Wednesday, she reported something strange. She was making coffee, not thinking about the book, and a perfect line of dialogue popped into her head. Then a solution to a plot hole. Her ally was now working for her around the clock, delivering ideas to the captain's bridge. The chapter was done by Thursday. The block wasn't beaten by force, it was bypassed by a loyal ally put to work. Your subconscious is the most powerful supercomputer ever created. But it runs on the programs you install through focused thought and emotionalized belief. Stop letting it run the malware of worry. Start installing the software of your definite chief aim. Chapter 3. That is the Supreme Court, making final decisions. You're filtering the input. You've allied with your subconscious. Now for the ultimate act of ownership, the final decision. In the courtroom of your mind, there are too many lawyers. Fear is a loud attorney. Doubt is a persistent one. Greed, impatience, laziness all have their arguments. And they're all arguing for you, creating a hung jury that leads to procrastination. Hill says to own your mind, you must establish your own Supreme Court. One Chief Justice, your definite purpose, and a simple two-step judicial process. Step 1. The hearing. When a major decision or opportunity comes, you bring it before the court. You let all the lawyers speak. Let fear present its case. It's too risky. Let excitement present its, this is amazing. Listen, acknowledge them, but don't decide here. Step 2. The adjudication. Now the Chief Justice, your definite purpose, reviews the case. It asks only 2 questions. 1. Does this bring me closer to or further from my definite chief aim? 2. Is it in harmony with my core principles? That's it. The emotional lawyers are dismissed. The ruling is based solely on alignment. The real power? Once the court has ruled, you close the case. No appeals, no retrials. You execute the decision with peace because it came from your highest authority, your purpose, not from the noise of the moment. A man named Michael was offered a high-paying job. The salary was 50% more. The title was impressive. The lawyer of greed was ecstatic. The lawyer of insecurity, his current job was shaky, was thrilled. But he convened his court. His definite purpose was to build a financially independent family while having the flexibility to be present for my young children. The new job, 80-hour weeks, constant travel. The Chief Justice asked the questions. Did it bring him closer? More money? Yes. But flexibility? No, it was in direct conflict. Principle of family first, violated. The court ruled. No, he declined the job. His friends called him crazy. But because the decision came from his internal Supreme Court, he felt peace, not regret. 6 months later, his current company stabilized, and because he had free time, he started a small consulting gig on the side that within 2 years matched that dream job offer, but on his own terms. He owned the decision, so he owned the outcome. Your mind is not a democracy where every passing feeling gets a vote. It is a republic with a constitution. Your purpose. Establish your court. Use it. The mental energy you save from endless indecision will fuel your entire life. So, here is your deed to ownership. The 3 keys. 1. Guard the gate with the triple filter. Be ruthless about what earns a place in your mind. 2. Empower your great ally. Give your subconscious a clear, emotional blueprint of what you want to build. 3. Convene your Supreme Court. Let your purpose, not your emotions, be the final judge of every major decision. This isn't about controlling every thought, it's about establishing authority. It's the difference between being a tenant, subject to the landlord's whims, and being the owner, the architect, the sovereign of your inner world. The struggle doesn't disappear, but the rules of the struggle change. You are no longer fighting on occupied territory, you are defending your own kingdom. If this 15-minute journey shifted something in you, if you felt that spark of recognizing your own sovereignty, then your next step is simple. Hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Why? Because this channel is dedicated to one thing: turning timeless wisdom into practical tools for your modern life. We dive deep into the ideas that help you build an unshakable mind, a resilient character, and a life of meaning. I don't want you to just watch this and move on. I want you to join a community of people who are taking ownership. Every week we provide a new piece of that blueprint, so subscribe. And in the comments below, I want to hear from you. Tell me which of the 3 keys, the filter, the ally, or the court, resonates most with you right now. What's one decision you can apply it to this week? Let's start a conversation. Because you don't have to live in a rented mind. The title deed has been waiting for you all along. All you have to do is claim it. Thank you for watching. Until next time, own your mind.